لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله. In the name of Allah, the most merciful, I love Muhammad Mustafa than the whole wide world. Making partners with Allah is the greatest sin. I shall never ever worship anybody but Him. La ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah. La ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم السلام عليكم ورحمة الله تعالى وبركاته. May the peace and blessings of Allah be upon all of us. It's another fantastic Friday evening. You are most welcome to tonight's program, which is Fundamentals of Islam, reaching you from NTA Channel 5 Abuja, the Unity Station. My name is Abdul Fattah Adeyemi, and I want to thank you again and again for making it a date with us tonight. Tonight we have a special guest with us in the house. We have Dr. Mrs. Aisha Adaviruku. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Ahlan wa sahlan. You are most welcome.
Thank you, sir.
Dr. Aisha is the CEO, Master Coach, Coaching and Mentoring Hub Limited, and she's also a master practitioner and trainer of neuro-linguistic programming. So you are welcome again. Yes, tonight we want to talk about the young generation. And the topic is guiding the next generation, the role of mentoring in raising young Muslims. Who are these young generations? We've heard of Gen X, Gen Z, Gen Alpha, all of those generation things. And how do we do? How do we guide them? Do they even want to be guided? These ones that are born into technology, they think they know better than us, but what do we do? Whether they're our children or other people's children, what are our roles in mentoring them so that they can be rightly guided? So let's look at it all together now. Yes, when we say the next generation, what are we talking about? Are we talking about these children we are seeing now, these 5-year-olds, 10-year-olds that seem to know better than we do? They seem to be from some past generation that have come to this world now. So how do we identify this so-called next generation? And I'm saying this on purpose, so that parents now will not think they are the ones we are talking about. And they will not think this generation should be just left to grow on autopilot. So who are this next generation we are talking about now? What makes them to be so special, if they are?
When we talk about the next generation, we're talking about any young person around us.
Okay.
I would say from age 21 downwards.
Well, I was going to say I'm young too. Yeah, from 21
age
downwards.
21 downwards. So basically, this generation is the responsibility of us older ones to mentor them. Mentor them in terms of character, in terms of skills, and in terms of the deen.
Okay. Character, the skills, and the
And
deen.
deen.
How do we go about it? Let's look at it that way. When you say we guide them, do they really need our guidance as such? What do we need? What do we know? What do we want to guide them to a future that we too don't even know about? What do we mean guiding them? Are we so afraid that they are going to set the whole house on fire? Or what particular guidance are you referring to for us to guide them?
Okay, so we were guided growing up.
Okay.
We were taught character, we were taught skills, and we were taught the deen. So these are the things that we also need to pay forward.
Okay.
Yes.
So,
And mentoring is lifelong. It can even be reverse mentoring, whereby something that a younger person knows, like maybe technology, they can teach an older person, and then an older person can teach them life skills. There is this saying that, what an old person sits down and see, a younger person can climb a tree and
No,
still
see, we
not
don't see it.
see
I
it.
wish that's a hadith.
We do have, growth in consciousness with regards to technological advancement. But when we come back home to Islam, Rasul told us that the first 7 years is for us to teach the child tarbiyah. Okay, first 7 years you play with the child. Second 7 years you teach tarbiyah. Last 7 years you actually befriend the child. And by doing this, what you do is you're teaching the child skills of how to pass this on to the next generation.
No.
What are those things you teach?
Okay.
You model character to them. That you cannot tell a young child, to behave well, to be nice, to smile, and you will not do it yourself. Because a child, in neuroscience, it's been proven that a child would likely do what you're doing rather than do what you say they should do. So it is essential that if you want a child to learn Salat on time, you have to do your own Salat on time. If you want a child to have good manners, you have to display those manners because they will imitate you. If you want a child to be able to regulate their emotions, you as the parent or as the mentor must be able to showcase that skill. Because we human beings are emotional beings. But Allah tells us in Surah Shams that He does not accept from us except those who come to Him with a clean heart. And how do we guard our hearts? We guard our hearts by what we expose our eyes to, what we expose our ears to, what we think, and what we say. When we are able to do this for ourselves, we're able to go towards excellence of character and model this to younger people. The way we discipline a young person would show them that, oh, this person knows how to regulate themselves. And because they're telling me regulate yourself, the way they have modeled it to me shows that it is possible. You cannot be shouting at a child, behave well. But that's not behaving well or managing your own emotions.
Allahu Akbar. So you see, I'm happy that you have opened up the discussion now. And I'm sure parents out there, they are looking at you and wondering, what are you talking about? And the reason why some parents will be thinking that way is these children, they seem to be from another planet entirely, because these are children born into technology. They have seen the television, they have seen the social media, they even know how to touch some things from your phone that you don't even know. How can we, who don't seem to know much about technology, guide people who are born into AI? You see, this challenge that we have now, I want you to look at, let's start from mother or father. Who do we start from? Okay, let's start from mothers. I want you to speak to a mother out there who is wondering, what kind of creature have I given birth to? Because some questions they will ask you, you'll be wondering, how could they think of asking that? And if you don't tell them, they'll go ask AI. So speak to the mother out there that we should wake up to reality. Please help us advise mothers first, then we'll talk about the father.
So as a mother, it is your responsibility to, continue learning.
Aha.
There is no deadline to learning. We learn from cradle to grave. Whatever you see your child is interested in, pick an interest in it. And it's not enough to pick an interest. You could schedule it in your calendar that way. 30 minutes, twice a week, I'm going to learn about this. You can even tell the child to teach you. That way, you are increasing the self-esteem of the child, right? And you're learning new things. And you're also able to guide the child with respect to the boundaries. You need to continue to learn about Islam, about the boundaries, so that you can continue to give out. That a child is technologically savvy doesn't mean that that's all there is to life. There are other things you can teach the child about the deen. So if you're using technology, are you using the technology to learn about the deen, about moral character, about the discipline of the child? We have children who are changing the world, right? If your child, observe your child. If you see that they have a gift, help them as much as you can to develop those gifts, to contribute to the family, to contribute to national development. We are the first frontliners. The lap of the mother is the first school of the child. So a child cannot grow so tall, right, that they will grow taller than the parents in terms of, listening and respecting the parents, which is where discipline also comes from. Also, there are a lot of influences with regards to, moral character. But we must continue as parents, as mothers, to do our part. And we must continue to make du'as so that Allah would bless our efforts.
Allah Akbar. Thank you very much for that. You've spoken to the mothers now and the fathers too. What can we do as a way of guiding them so that they don't get drowned in the whole frivolities and the attractions, including distractions of the social media? I want you to pick it from there.
Okay, so Rasul Sallam said that we're all shepherds.
Yes.
Now, the father is the shepherd over the home. The mother is the shepherd over the family. If the father is the shepherd over the home, how is he treating the mother? How is he treating everybody in the family? The way he treats the mother and the children would showcase to them what excellence is all about. The shepherd is he that wields the stick and tells the flock where to go, how to go. Irrespective of how big the flock grows, the father should continue to increase his skills.
Yes.
So that he can get better at shepherding properly, so that no flock is lost or wounded without being tended to. It's difficult to do, which is why Allah has put parents in such a noble position. It is not an easy task, but it is doable. Allah knows we can do it. In our position as human beings, Allah has gifted us free will. In that position, angels don't even have free will, but we have free will, right? There is this story about Prophet Musa. He was going to speak to Allah as usual, and he met, a man, sitting down in his place of dua. And the man told him that, you are going to Allah. He said, yes. Said, as you go, please, I want more provision because I've been getting one loaf of bread every day.
Wait, you tell us more of this story now. Yes, let's put our viewers in suspense about that.
Okay.
We want to take a short break now, and when we come back, we pick it from that where you stop now. You was talking about loaf of bread, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. So stay tuned. We'll be right back. This is Fundamentals of Islam. Assalamu alaikum. And blessings of Allah be upon each and every one of us. It's another fantastic Friday evening, and you're welcome to NTA Channel 5 Abuja.
First of all, you train yourself, you educate yourself, then you educate your family, and then the community at large.
Fundamentals of Islam Live, showing 7:30 p.m. every Friday on NTA Channel 5 Abuja, the Unity Station. Join us.
Thank you very much for staying tuned. This is Fundamentals of Islam, reaching you from NTA Channel 5 Abuja, the Unity Station. We'll be looking at a very important topic about guiding the next generation, and we look at the role of mentors in raising young Muslims. And Dr. Aisha Adaviruku has been doing justice to that. Before we left off for a short break, she was telling us a very important story about Prophet Musa, alayhi salatu wasalam. Please tell us from, he saw a man who
was sitting in his place of prayer,
okay.
And the man says, Prophet Musa, you're going to speak to Allah. He said, yes. He said, please tell Allah I want more provisions because I get only one loaf of bread daily. And then, when Prophet Musa got back with his response from Allah, he told him that Allah says that one loaf of bread is what has been destined for you until the end of your life. And then he said, Alhamdulillah. So now, he was enjoying that. The next time Prophet Musa was passing, he saw that the man's valley was now full of animals. The man was now very rich. And he said, what happened here? He said, well, since you told me that one loaf of bread was what was destined for me, I'd been content. I could not even finish it in a day. I was keeping it aside. And one day a shepherd came and asked for those dry loaves to soak in water and give his animals. And then he did that and he gave me some animals, and what has grown out of that. Allah. And then, when Prophet Musa got to his conversation with Allah, Allah told him that one loaf of bread was what he was destined to get. But the contentment from that is the barakah of his wealth, that it grew out of wealth. So we need to do our best. We need to even understand what are my responsibilities
to guide these children
and then do them. Allah does not cause to get missing the good works of anyone. If you look at Surah Kaf, the wall Hidr repaired. Allah said in the Quran that the father of the boys that owned the wealth, the treasure under that well, was a righteous man. So the children were enjoying the righteousness from that.
Father,
so this is how we mentor the young, by role modeling, by ensuring that our sources of wealth is good, so that we're feeding them with halal as much as possible. We're teaching them what to do. We're teaching them the boundaries. We're teaching them these are the expectations Allah has of you. And when you fulfill the obligations of Allah, Allah will fulfill yours.
Allah. So that means regardless of technology, regardless of every other thing, there are certain principles that we need to train these children to understand.
Yes.
Maybe from there they now apply to every other thing.
Yes.
That's a very
So they now use technology halalically.
Okay, mashallah. So that is you've just simplified it for us now. Because we cannot be monitoring what they are chatting, who they are chatting with, what they are browsing. We can't monitor everything. But once we make them understand these principles of contentment, of the way Allah put al-baraka in whatever thing we have, if we are contented, I think a child will no longer cry for one higher phone when they already have the one that can serve their purpose. This is very, very instructive. I wish, and I want us to admonish us further, I wish we parents will continue to show examples in this regard. So talking to parents out there, please briefly, what other ways can we show example to these children so that they can learn better from what we have just said now, these principles?
By being content ourselves, we teach contentment. By committing to lifelong learning, we teach the children that yes, you can learn things that are beneficial. By utilizing and managing our time effectively.
Okay,
technology is good. Social media is good. It is not the use of technology. It is not the use of social media. It is the how. Are you using it?
What are you using it for?
What are you using it for? So once we're able to model this, and we need to also manage the use, not to be excessive with social media use, to teach children that they can use social media effectively
to seek
for work, for dawah, for other things, rather than, they need to understand that Allah is everywhere.
Yes.
He watches everything. And whatever we expose our eyes to, our ears to, our thinking, the influences, and whatever we say, because some people go to social media and just, some of the things they say there is even heretical, and they call themselves Muslims. They should know that they're going to be held accountable for every comment they drop on social media. This is our task as Muslim parents, to teach the young that they should be responsible with the gifts Allah has given them. Recently, there was an advert for somebody was looking for about 30 million to do an eye operations. And then we have this eyes for free and would use it in haram. We should be mindful and conscious of the gifts of Allah and utilize them well. By doing this, we mentor, we show example, and we make our children to grow in the elevator of consciousness with regards to how they use their time, how they use all of the gifts of Allah.
Allahu Akbar. Oh, thank you very much for all of this. You have really opened our eyes. And in another words, we see that there are many influencers out there, even though some of them are totally ignorant. There are so many models out there that cannot play any significant role in the lives of our children, nothing positive from them. There are content creators out there, many of them are making skits, and these people have absolutely no knowledge about what right thing to impart into the next generation. If you are speaking to these young children now, I believe so many of them are out there listening to you, how do they decipher who is just wasting their time from the real models that they need to follow so that they can have some tamyiz, have some discretion? Please, so I need you to admonish them and encourage them too.
As a young person, it is your responsibility to guide and guard what goes into your consciousness. Because what goes into your consciousness will start to shape your thinking. So, if you notice that any content has elements of vulgarism, elements of senselessness, elements of, haram, elements of something that does not make any form of significant positive contribution to your deen, your moral character, you should unfollow those kind of people. Because remember, you would go together with the people you follow into wherever they go. And life does not end here. Learn to tie your dunya goals to your ahira. You must be able to understand that it is tied together. Dunya and the hereafter are not separate. They are one and the same thing. Whatever you do today, you're sent into your ahira account. Be careful.
Thank you very much. Young people, be careful. There are so many attractions out there that are actually distractions, and you truly want to achieve greatness and success in life, you have to be very selective about the kind of people you look up to and some information that you consume. So cross-check with your parents, cross-check with your teachers and the mentors you have around you. Ensure that you don't follow wrong role models, because so many of them, they pretend to be nice, they pretend to be neutral. You think it's just entertainment, whereas these people have nothing to offer you. So thank you very much, Doctor, for expatiating on this topic, so that you have touched the parents and the children themselves, and so that everybody will be on their guard and not to be too careful also, so that you can actually learn. I recently discovered that it is what you are looking for on the social media that you will find. And like you mentioned, there are so many young people that are achieving greatness even through the social media. They are putting up scientific discoveries, technological advancement, things that can save the world from evil. There are young people that are doing it. So from what you have said now, parents should learn. I remember you emphasized learn and learn and learn. I think this is for all of us, both Generation X and Generation Z and Generation Alpha. And there are 3 generations now, and some other generations we don't even know what to call them. So this has addressed all of us. We want to thank you again and again for coming around. We hope to see you again some other time. Our esteemed viewers and listeners at home, that's about the size of the program for tonight. I do hope you have picked 1 or 2 things, and if you want to learn some more, stay tuned to NTA, and you see a lot of educational programs there for you to really learn from. Please stay tuned and let us do this again. Same station next week. May Allah spare our lives. Do have a beautiful weekend ahead. Wassalamu alaikum.
Ah, ah, ah. لا إله إلا الله محمد